Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Monster Hunter World. Tonight we've got the release of Tempered Teostra. So I figured I would begin our preparation for this fight with an Tempered Teostra Longsword build. Now this can be used with a various number of weapons, but I did gear it specifically for the Longsword, but with little work you can gear it towards whatever weapon you so desire. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the equipment. Now currently, without the set being fully augmented, we are at 491 defense. If you do fully augment all the armor, you will be sitting at a base defense of 511, and we will get that significantly higher with buffs here in a minute, and we'll go over which buffs you should be using during this fight. But anyways, let's go ahead and go into the equipment here, and you can see here that for our armor skills, we are using stun resistance, recovery up, recovery speed, fire resistance, weakness exploit, handicraft, evade extender, level 3. That is quite a few armor skills right there. Then we've got peak performance level 2, dragon attack 1, which isn't actually used on this build, it's just a side effect of one of the belts. We've got critical boost 1, protective polish 1, non-elemental boost 1. So tons of armor skills in this particular build, and the defense is really high. Now we also have very high fire defense, and we'll also be eating for elemental resistance as well as defense. So this is a very good build against Teostra, and specifically for Tempered Teostra. Now we are using the Divine Slasher and the Handicraft 3 charm. We've also got the Empress Crown beta, Cool of Teroth's Ire beta, Valhazak Braces beta, Valhazak Coil gamma, and Valhazak Greaves gamma. Now as far as our decorations go, we've got an Elementalist jewel in the Divine Slasher. We've got a Tenderizer and Jumping jewel in the Empress Crown. This gives us our 3 levels of evade extender, which I do find really handy, especially in Tempered fights, because when you do get hit, you get a shitload of damage, so having that evade extender is very helpful. Now we've got a Tenderizer jewel and a Steadfast jewel in our Cool of Teroth's Ire, 3 medicine jewels, a Sharp jewel in our waist, 2 fire resist jewels, and a 3rd one in our Greaves, and then another Tenderizer jewel. So this is kind of decoration intensive, but all in all, it is a pretty darn good build, and it does decent damage as well. Now another thing that I really like about the Divine Slasher is it does come with plus 20 defense right on the weapon. It also is elementless, so it's really good against a multitude of monsters. Although against Teostra you really do want Elder Seal, but unfortunately it does not have it on this particular weapon. Now, if you do want to run an Elder Seal build, you can obviously switch this out and run similar builds with a various number of weapons. You can go ahead and use something like the Exterminator's Edge, and then you don't have to worry about handicraft, and you can actually get quite a few other armor skills built into this as well. But for the purposes of this video, we will be using the Divine Slasher. Now, when going to buff in the fight, you can maximize your defense with a Mega Armor Skin. You can stack on top of this a Hard Shell Powder, and then you can also pop an Adamant Seed, and these all stack together. So that'll give us a total of 566 defense and 20 fire resistance. Now if you get a Hunting Horn in the party, you'll be at over 600 defense, which will drastically increase your survivability against any Tempered monster. Now with this build not even fully buffed up, you can take an absolute beating. You can survive Tempered Teostra's Bomb of Death, but I do not recommend trying to survive Tempered Teostra because I'm pretty sure it's gonna one-shot the shit out of you. Now with the high defense and elemental resistances of this build, it will really help make Tempered Teostra a little less daunting. There is no build currently in the game that will allow you to completely face tank an Tempered Elder Dragon, but at least with this, if you do happen to make a mistake, you won't pay for it with your life. This is just a quick preparational video to help you guys get ready for Tempered Teostra tonight. I will be releasing a full gameplay footage with each set that I create for this fight, so keep an eye out for it on the channel. If any of you have any recommendations, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I'll pin the best ones so that way all of us hunters out there can get better throughout the community. Now, I will be showcasing this build with the Longsword, Dual Blades, and Hunting Horn. If you guys have any other builds that you would like to see made for this fight, definitely let me know as well. But I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to show your support and smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.